Good afternoon, everybody. We have Hawaii's head coach Charlie Wade and athletes Cole Hoagland and Jakob Tella. We're going to start with an opening statement from the coach and then go to questions in the room and then on Zoom.
Yeah, I just want to say congrats to NGU. It was an entertaining match last night. Followed them throughout the year and have been impressed with their team and looking forward to competing tomorrow.
Coach, how dangerous can it be a team like Greenville be where seemingly they don't have the expectations of kind of playing with house money when they come into a tournament game against USAC?
Well, they're certainly playing with a lot of confidence. You know, they're 22-5, and they've obviously won a lot of matches this year. And like I said, winning is contagious. So I think they're playing with a lot of confidence. We're generally talk more about our level of engagement, and that if we're playing with the level of focus that we know we can, that's really all we control. So we try to stay more focused on our side of the net.
And then I know it was important for you guys to get here. What were some things that you kind of noticed from them last night?
I'm sorry, I don't quite.
From Greenville, I know it was important for you guys to get in-house to watch them last night.
Yeah, and it was a lot of what we've seen throughout the year. You know, they're a pretty aggressive serving team. They got some guys that can really put pressure on, and they basically played the same lineup the whole year. So going into the matchup last night, Princeton's got lots of options, and we're playing different lineups, and NGU's pretty much played the same guys the whole year. I think they are very clear and very confident when the ball's on their side of the net what they're going to do.
And then AllAmericans came out tonight, obviously, you have Jakob there, 3 others with you. What does it just mean to the program that you guys keep getting that recognition of AllAmericans?
Yeah, I mean, it's great, and it validates all the hard work the guys have put into it. And for us to have a whole new crop of 4 guys getting recognized this year, again, it just speaks to the quality athletes that we continue to bring in and how hard they've continued to work and evolve.
For either Cole or Jakob, what did you see last night when you watched NGU play?
Yeah, I mean, NGU is a really strong team, and they come out with high energy and maintain set over 3 sets, and especially with the last set ending at 40-38 was pretty remarkable. So them pulling off that just means that they're able to play at a high level, and we definitely have to match that tomorrow. So that's the plan.
I noticed that they came back, even if they're down, you can't count them out, because last night they were down by like 7 or 8, and they came back, and Princeton they only had to score like 5 or 6 points, and NGU had to score way more. So you can't count them out. They're a really hard fighting team. So.
Jakob being named an All-American this year, what did that mean to you? I know you've worked really hard and just got some more accolades from your way, but obviously you got the overall team is the main focus. But what did it mean today?
Well, I mean, it's a huge honor being recognized as the first team All-American. It's nothing that I kind of consider like I wanted this season. It's all about the team success and making sure the team is doing its best to achieve our goals. But it's definitely huge, and yeah, I just can't thank my teammates and coaches enough for making me look good on the court. So I mean, that's just a huge bonus for everybody, all 4 guys. But also a lot more guys are also playing at a really high level and deserves an honor. So.
Yeah, does it make it more special that you get to share it with 3 other dudes and it's not just you up there by yourself on that list?
Yeah, for sure. It always looks better having more guys getting recognition. It definitely does.
Obviously, Poly Pavilion has that history with it that comes with it. What's it like for you to walk into an arena like this that maybe being an overseas player, but as you grew up in the States, this is one for college. This is probably one of the meccas for college sports.
Yeah, I'm definitely not used to playing in really large arenas, but I have with the national team over the past couple of years now as well, and also just playing in the U.S. and just like seeing how organized everything is, and just the amount of resources that go into putting up a good show every single day. We're like every single gym we're going to play in. It's definitely big for the sport, and yeah, it's also good for everybody. It's a good experience for us coming in there.
Well, I've watched plenty of games, like other than volleyball here, because I didn't really watch the 2018 one. I usually watch UCLA play, like Russell Westbrook and all those guys. So it's kind of cool being on the same court as all of them, and then you go in there and you see all the jerseys up there. And like Kareem, I think, was up there, and Bill Walton. I'm a big Bill Walton fan because of the Blazers. My dad grew up in Portland, or not, in Oregon. So, yeah, it's kind of cool coming here and playing in it.
And then for yourself, kind of growing into a more pivotal piece this year. Last year you were with the team, but now you're going to be relied on here this week to bring a spark and be someone who contributes night in and night out.
Yeah, I mean, my role from last year to this year is way different. Last year I was just cruising on the bench, supporting people from the bench. But this year I'm on the court, and I still try to bring the energy from the bench, keep the guys up and whatnot, along with, doing my best at blocking balls or spiking balls from my favorite setter in the world. Oh, and serving, yeah. Oh, and digging, yes. I get plenty of digs.
He can do it all.
Charlie, can you do anything in particular to avoid overconfidence? There's clearly, there's some anticipation that it was going to be Princeton instead of NGU, and any chance that the boys will be overconfident?
Were you just in our scouting meeting? Because that was the first thing and literally the only thing I addressed, that it's, right. For us, and last year, and we said when we got to Columbus, our guys were really locked in, and it's just about our level of engagement, that we feel that if we're fully focused, and ultimately that's all that we can control, is how we're prepared and what our level of engagement is, and certainly we'll pay attention, be concerned about what's going on the other side of the net, but we control how into it we are, and that's our focus, every day, and becomes certainly more important stepping on the court today and again tomorrow, and I'm pretty confident our guys get that message and will be prepared.
Coach, but looking on the court, is there any one key element of the game that you folks want to make sure that you do well?
I know it's this time of year, you want to be pretty good at everything, So again, it's just if it has to be synthesized down to one thing, it's just the level of engagement, that you're locked in and you're playing at just one point at a time and prepared to play in the moment.
I ran into a Princeton player last night at 1:30 in the morning. He was studying for an exam he had at 6 a.m. this morning. And I said, I know you really wanted to play Hawaii and you're sad and everything, but what's your impressions of Hawaii? And he said something interesting that I thought was reflective of what you're talking about, Charlie. He said, I've watched all of Hawaii's games this year. I know, you're the broadcaster, aren't you? And he went into this whole thing on broadcasting. I said, yeah, and he said, I really wanted to play them because I watched every single game, every single set, every single match, and they do everything so well. They are so disciplined in all aspects of the game. That's not a question, it's just a comment of who you guys are.
It's nice to hear. Like I said, we've worked really hard in the practice gym, and over the last 5, 6, 7 years, we think we've gotten into a nice rhythm of the development of the guys in our practice gym, and the quality of product that we're able to put on the floor. We hit for a high percentage, we serve in bounds at a high percentage, and are not only efficient but productive at those things. We score a lot, and we score a lot serving, and like I said, I think the results kind of speak for themselves.
Jakob, last year you had such a heavy-laden senior team, a lot of confidence, a lot of experience there. Now you're basically the old guy. What's the difference for you this year to make sure you folks can successfully repeat?
Yeah, and like you're saying, we're definitely having a more younger team this year with a lot of guys kind of stepping in, getting their first year as a starter. For me, also like having been a starter last year, just getting into that, getting more comfortable with the guys around the court, taking more of a leadership role in the team, and just encouraging everybody to do their best and always go hard. So I mean, for me, it's just humbling to see all the guys getting playing time and playing well, and just working hard together as a team to achieve what we want to do.
Cole, even though you're like the new kid on the block, it seems to me like you are play with an extreme amount of confidence. And you always manage to smile no matter whether it's bad play or good play. You get that smile that, being a sports psychologist, I love seeing guys that smile on the court and are having fun. That means they're getting into a relaxed mode for the next play. Do you see it the same way? Because I know you're got to be a little nervous coming off playing hardly at all to all of a sudden playing a lot.
Well, I always try to have fun when I'm on the court, and then I try to, like, at the same time, spread it to my teammates. I don't know, like, if they see, well, usually when I see someone smile, it makes me smile, or I see someone, like, happy, I try to, it makes me smile. So I thought it'd be a good way of getting my teammates involved by bringing energy and having a smile on my face, and hopefully, they're having fun too, because when we have fun, we do really well.
Cole has a great smile. Used to have that.